What is a direct reflection of what you've created, music-wise, in the music business? It would be maybe an indication of the general public going to buy it, maybe. So if we take those people in front of me and add them up, they all didn't sell what I sold on my lines. But I'm coming again.
My whole real argument about the whole thing was, I mean, there's some people on the list who
don't even deserve to be there.
Don't deserve to be there. They didn't write all their own rhymes the whole time. So it's like,
how did Game get to be number 3 when I wrote his 3 first records? His 3 first singles off his first album. That means I'm number 3. Come on, put me back on there. That means I'm number 3. Oh, he wouldn't even be here, right?
I don't know, man.
Exists. And the last record, the song that actually sold his record was One Blood, the one that had the chorus built in.
You know what I mean?
Because when he had to do the actual hook, he did a strip club record.
I heard the whole album before he was on it, dog. The documentary, I heard it before he was on it. True story.
That's what we should do. We should put out my version.
Your vocals. Yeah, your vocals.
That's legalized.
Put it out. Called Documentary Part 2. 6 record EP.
I don't understand this guy, man.
That's an EP. Alright, 6
I thought you guys were cool now, man. I thought you guys were trying to work things out.
I don't work with them, but I just, you know.
Cool.
Nah, we just don't work with each other. I don't got nothing to say about them. You know, I don't care about them. Plus, if I go too hard on them, then I'll mess up my money.
This man, for real. I let niggas know I'm real with it, man. Low key. And your ass going up north, cause they giving niggas 3.5 for burners now.
Yeah, they shot my face, and that's 98. I wrote that.
I think I remember that. I think when I got that, it was like on a low, I think. Like I got everything else.
Super low. I mean, but that was the voice that didn't work.
You don't think that voice worked? There's a lot of hot joints with that voice right there.
Yeah. Good Die Young. That was the joint, what's the name did over? Missy did it over for Monica.
Yeah, that same beat. Now, the joint you did with Nas, was that before the shooting or afterwards?
That was before the shooting.
That was before, right?
Yeah. Nas, yo, let me tell you something. Look, people think I don't like Nas, right? I don't. You know what it is to play this? I was more hurt about Nas than it turned like the way I express myself is easier for me to express it angry. So it comes off like that when I start talking about him because I got frustrated about the situation. Cause I mean, like with the whole crew, like he was in position, cool, for real. You know this.
He used to big you up though, crazy.
Yeah, he was. I mean, early on, and I'm like, yo, I rock with him. Like he took me on a promo tour, first tour.
Word?
He took me on
wow, Nostradamus.
Nostradamus. Yayo was with me.
I was there too. Wow.
It was just me and Yayo before. This is before Banks came to picture everything. You know what I'm saying? He took me on his tour. We was riding with him. Everything good. Like I seen some things that was like instead of him actually vibing with everybody that's on the tour, like he would have his book off to the side, like you know what I'm saying?
That's his vibe though. He keeps himself.
Like, that's how he is. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't understand how when he was in position, how he didn't do anything to set up his crew. You feel what I'm saying? Like the Bravehearts, like at the time, Jungle, Wiz, Horse, all of them. And we was all on the same van together. We wasn't even on a bus.
Right.
Like vans together, riding. And it was like, I was honored to even be allowed on his tour at that point because I didn't have anything by How to Rob at that point. You know, he just said, yo, that record feels crazy. It reminds me of when I came out. He had options. He could have took Nature. Could have took other, you know, there's other artists around it with AZ. Fox, he could have took whoever he wanted to take with him. You know, and he said, no, he wanted me to come with him. So I went with him.
Did he have was the Firm still popping back then?
The Firm, I don't think he liked anything that was a conflict to him shining as Nas. You feel what I'm saying? And that's my assumption after the fact. Because I didn't understand why he didn't utilize all that at that point. Like even after Uchi Wally came out, they had a smash, man.
But you know what? Originally he wasn't on that record. The record that when they gave me up on a mixtape, Nas wasn't on that record. Right. He hopped on at the end and they shot the video for it.
But that's when it was working. It was working when they gave it to you, Clue. And then he got on the joint because it was working, and then he didn't travel with him to support it. What's the difference?
I don't know about.
All right, ask me this. What's the difference between Bravehearts and G-Unit? It's momentum. When I had the momentum, I worked them in, Clue. I could have sold a blank CD after Get Rich or Die Trying. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? That's the real deal, man. And then after we get going, like they was established, they got groomed. Yeah, he was already grown because he was with me even then. So when he's locked up and he's going through,
y'all sounded crazy on the mixtape. Just on the mixtape alone, y'all sounded like, you know what I mean?
Like we was already veterans because we was getting knocked around. As far as the game was concerned, everybody who had money, that's why I was getting my ass whooped. Man. That's what was happening.
You know when I knew it was really on? I knew it was really on when I heard the freestyle that Shy Money dropped off. It was just really Banks on there. You had a couple bars in there.
Victory?
That's when I knew it was on. When we heard that, we knew it was on.
It was either Victory or the Banks workout.
The Ruckers, Pride on the Chuckers,
workout. Yeah, that's the joint right there.
It's coming.
So what's up with Gina, man? Like, you kind of got angry, aired out one time.
Yeah, you know what it is? I think I was building something that was unhealthy because it was running solely on my energy. And it took for them to reach a point, like, I think all of them was already made over $5 million, cool? Like, how much? That's that help that I was talking about, though. At that point, if White Nas had that energy, he could have helped them get into a decent space financially before going, you know what, y'all on your own. He didn't really give them that support and then said, now y'all on your own. I still talk to Lord, Spunk, the people who was there that wasn't a part of the music.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we all good. It's just I didn't see him doing, like, he just looked, and then his character is sometimes.
Have you seen him and spoke to him?
No,
recently? Not at all?
No.
So not since then?
And I haven't seen him.
Wow.
Yeah, like I had a conversation. Look, he wanted to do the same thing that Jay did to him with Carmen, to Mega. Cause he called me to get Holly number in Queens, Circle 5, and Mega was messing with it at the time. He was tight at Mega at the time. He sent me to go get the number. I went through there, and then after that, it was like he called me like 3 times that night to tell me what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And then when I did the Jennifer Lopez joint, I did a remix for Jennifer because the first thing I did is Puffy called me back to help him with the Make This Money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And after I did that, then I was working with Jennifer. I did a remix on one of her joints. And then Irv started crying and Donnie and them and was like, yo, what are you going to do? This guy's exactly what he says he is on these records. You know what I mean? Why you want to do business? What happens when he gets mad and he does this something to Jennifer? So he was kind of using me against me at the time. And then they pulled back off. And he was like, use Nas. Nas just beat Jay-Z. They just went through the ether. That little back and forth thing. You know what I'm saying? And then Nas ended up doing the record. I wasn't mad that he did the record. I was mad that he didn't call me. You called me 3 times to ask me about Mega's girl. And then you didn't call me when you did the record over.